Hello, my name is John Kane, and for the next few moments, I want to talk to you about a company called Jeunesse Global. Now, Pete and Teresa have sent you this video with the trust that you'll watch it all the way through and give them an opportunity to get back and answer any questions you're probably going to have. In the next 10 minutes, I'm surely not going to be able to cover the breadth and depth of a billion-dollar corporation doing business globally, all right? I want to walk you through some slides here real quick, and then you can reconnect with Pete and Teresa. As I mentioned, the name of the company is Jeunesse Global. But the three folks you see here are the founders of the company. So Randy, his wife Wendy, their son Scott, they have built several multi-million-dollar companies and brought them to market. Their expertise is in software and software development and taking things that are analog and making them digital. Randy at one time wrote most of the software for NASA. Wendy's expertise, she's a double doctorate in mathematics and statistics. Scott is their son, and he serves as the chief visionary officer. He really has a strategic vision for where Jeunesse is going. They're the ownership of the business. What they're bringing to market is a product line that Pete and Teresa are using to build a business. Now, there are several things when you're interested in building a business and making some money that you want to know about the product line. I want to cover those really quickly with you, all right? The product line, number one, is what we call notice line products. Products that you use, you'll feel, you'll see a difference. Maybe those little aches and pains suddenly go away, or gee, you just seem to have more energy. So notice line products. The products are available on a subscription basis. Something that makes you feel good, helps you sleep. That AM/PM product is amazing if you're not getting a good night's sleep. Something like that, you want to get it every day. You don't want to run out at the end of the month. So we have something called Smart Delivery, which is just smart to have them delivered every month. All right. So it's a subscription-based product. The products are not age or gender specific. If you're going to build a business, I don't want products that are specific only to men or cater only to women or to a small age group. My grandchildren use some of these products. So anywhere from 8 to 80 men and women, the product has mass market appeal. Now, the products are also what we call anyway products. So there's things in your budget that you already spend money on. You're maybe already spending money on vitamins and nutrition and weight management or certainly cosmetics. Those are things that we're not looking to carve out a new niche in your budget, add a new spend. It's just rearranging that spend from a local store to you. Build your business, become your own best customer, and profit from that, all right? Now, the little blue circles around here have a real interesting story. If you're going to have a product line, you're going to bring it to market, you want to know that someone wants to buy it. Those represent the market demand. I'll draw your attention over here to the one on the right, 78.8 billion. That's the market demand for hair care. That particular product there is this year's product of the year in the men's hair care industry. Now, what that's indicative of is the quality and the depth of science behind all these products. You see, you've never seen these products on a supermarket shelf somewhere, in a big box store, or at your local grocery. You're not going to see them because they're not brought to market in the traditional way. They're brought to market through word-of-mouth advertising. So the most trusted form of advertising is when somebody says, hey, we came across a great restaurant. If Pete and Teresa recommend a restaurant to me, odds are I'm going to try it because I have a relationship with them. I trust their credibility, and you're more likely to do that. That's why it's the best form of advertising, as opposed to maybe the traditional marketing, where millions of dollars are spent every day to capture your eyes, to capture your consumer dollar. And the challenge is, we hear things about, well, this is unsubstantiated claims or false claims. We hear these lawsuits. That's why 7 out of 10 of us don't even trust the advertising message anymore. We almost discard it, as opposed to over in the network marketing industry, where it's a referral-based, it's a more trusted form of communication. People using products, recommending them to others. So that's where the money is. Where's all this money go from the millions that are being spent in traditional marketing? Well, it moves over into the network marketing format, and you see at the bottom of the slide, $200 million was paid out today. Would you like some? It's a $2 trillion global industry that basically says, use the product, refer it to your friends, and the more that occurs, the more you promote the brand, the more money you make. Doesn't get any more simple than that. How would I get started in this business? Well, here again, Pete and Teresa can more than cover all the depth, excuse me, and the information around this. You enroll. That's a matter of paperwork. Sign up, get that out of the way. They do it over a piece of paper. You can do it online. The kit is a selection of products that's either a small kit, $200, the large kit, $2,000. Most folks get started right in the middle, which represents nearly every product on that wheel. And the key is that's the best value. It's called an ambassador package. And there's enough product there for you to use, get familiar with the product line, and well, more importantly, for you to share to begin building your business. What's building my business look like? Here's the two structures. The traditional structure would be for you to be started and enroll and get a kid and get on that smart delivery program, all right, things you don't want to run out of. And we have, our business is a binary structure. So someone on the left, someone on the right. We simply help you do that. Pete and Teresa have mentored people and helped them get their businesses launched, and then it just continues in the same fashion. So those folks put a left and a right, and it just builds on down. Everyone's using products, everyone's on smart delivery. The flow of those goods and services, the flow of the products is what unlocks that money for you. The bigger your team, the more money, all right? And there's no limit on that, as opposed to maybe where you work, where there's definitely a ceiling on your income most of the time. The Jeunesse exclusive over here is something that, to my knowledge, no one else in this industry is even attempting. Jeunesse has come up with a system, the Customer Corporate Acquisition Program, that allows us to participate in the online capture of business. So when someone goes on and Googles and searches around and they make a purchase through Jeunesse, Jeunesse takes care of all the back office functions, ships the product, the credit card, they take care of all the handling, everything like that, and they send you the profit. The next time that customer buys, the same thing happens. Every time they buy, the same thing happens. They send you the profit, they send the product to the customer. You can have customers literally all around the world that you'll never meet because of this process. Jeunesse has really devised something here. And you know, the thing is, outside of the innovation in product, they innovate in their business model. And that's a sign of a company that's going to be around a long time. This is a 10-year-old company, all right? Here's the compensation plan. I won't have time to go into all this. Pete can give you a 13-minute video that covers all these things. But the important thing here is this is where the expertise of Randy and Wendy and their software, their understanding of analytics, Wendy's background in math and statistics. This is one of the leading edge compensation plans in the industry. Other companies come to them for mentoring on this. It's pretty amazing when you know you've got the best thing out there. And that's exactly what this represents. So how do I make this all work? Great stuff. This all sounds amazing. These three couples here have built a system called Legacy Business Group, which is essentially a mentoring system. Lance and Tracy, they were 7-figure income earners in their late 20s. They are one of the top 50 income earners in the entire industry, lifetime earners in the entire industry. Mike and Linda McCormick. Mike's an attorney in Houston, Texas. Linda is, that's Dr. Linda McCormick. She's she has a PhD in neuroscience. She's known globally for her work. All right. Lance and Tracy are what's called diamonds in the Jeunesse business. Mike and Linda are emeralds. Karen and Columbo are also emeralds. So Karen was head of respiratory therapy at a hospital, working 12 hours a day and on call 12 hours a day. Columbo was burning the candle at 4 ends, working at UPS at night, going to college during the day, working construction late afternoon, and trying to remodel old buildings and chase tenants to pick up rent at night. Right? And they found themselves just so much frustration trying to make things happen. Okay, that's my wife and I down in the corner. What they put together is a system that allows you to build a business. This is where you can plant your ladder and begin to climb your personal ladder, as opposed to maybe the corporate ladder, which eventually runs out of rungs, or someone pulls it out from under you or tells you it's leaning against the wrong wall. Okay, so they've allowed you to build on their product. This is just a screenshot of our website. Build on their platform. Put your ladder here, and they'll steady it for you. Karen and Columbo that you just saw there, they personally mentor Pete and Teresa. Pete and Teresa are part of that team that can help. They can help steady the ladder for you as you climb and build your business. All right. You don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to be a nutritionist. You don't have to have ever done this before. All right. You don't have to give up your job and what you're currently doing. You certainly don't have to have a lot of money to launch this business. Bill Gates said, if I had to do it all over again, I'd do it in this industry, because the startup cost is so low, the risk is almost non-existent, and the upside potential is amazing. All right. So what's this mean to you? It all begins with your why. See, you go in and out of something called the looking zone, and it's just that static in there. If you're on the top of that curve, maybe you just got a good raise or a promotion. That's great. But at the bottom of the curve is where someone says your position is no longer needed, or we're shutting down this part of the corporation, or we're selling, or we're moving, or they hand you a cardboard box and say you've got 20 minutes to pack up and leave. I have a very good friend in the biopharma industry. For the 5th time in 7 years, that's happened to him because of corporate restructuring. It's that pressure and that tension of, you know where you're at. You're at point A. This is where I'm at. Where I'd like to be is I want to accomplish certain things in life for my family. Those things I want to do. The vehicle is my job, and it's just not getting me there. I'm motivated. I have things I want. It's just not happening, and there's got to be a better way. I'm going to suggest you take a look and get back to Pete and let him answer your questions. You see, if not now, when? Well, this might not be the best time. My wife and I had to make a decision that we were so tired of chasing the corporate ladder, so tired of trying to do things and trade time for money, you just run out of time, all right? Pete and Teresa can walk you through this in depth. They can answer your questions. I would encourage you to get back with them, drill into this thing, and really understand what this is all about. That's the final slide. Jeunesse is the French word for youth. I'm going to turn the slide share off here and just simply say thanks for watching. Good night. Have a good afternoon, whatever part of the country you're in. Pete and Teresa can get back with you. I'm certainly available to jump on one of these Zoom calls if you're out of town, and we can get all your questions answered. Okay? Thanks. Good night.